Students, today we are going to build an analogies flipbook that you are going to use to take notes on the different types of analogies. As we discussed yesterday in class, it's very important to understand the relationship being used in the analogy so that I can complete the analogy and then better understand the analogy. And there are several different types of analogies that different readers and writers can use to help express a relationship between words. And we're going to look at 5 different categories today. So first off, you're going to take notes. You should have all received one of these little books here, or the pages here at the beginning of class. What you are going to do before we start is you are going to, on the line provided for each one, you are going to cut this bottom part off. So you'll see on your piece of paper, right there, you'll see on your paper there's this line here that I'm going to go ahead and just cut right below to cut off this extra strip of paper. This is extra, and I'm going to keep this, okay? So you're going to continue that exact same process, except please pay close attention. On your next paper, you'll see how there's a little cutout here. Save this on the page. Do not cut this portion out. So you'll see that I'm going to cut all along. I'm going to cut around that one and then again cut straight down. So it should look like this, leaving me my nice little tab here down here. And I'm going to put that one off to the side. So you're going to complete this exact same process for each one of the pages that you have in your packet, cutting that bottom tab off. This is going to create some tabs for us so we can easily identify and find the 5 different types of analogies we're going to be discussing today. So, quickly cut these off here. And make sure don't grab more than one at a time, because if you do, you're going to cut off the tab for the other sheet, because you'll notice that they're offset, so they're not the exact same for all of them. So you got to take it. It's important. Take a little bit of time, but you have to cut them one at a time. Cut the tab off. Do not cut the tab off. Okay, almost done here. Okay, so once you've completed and cut the sections off on the bottom, you will raise your hand and let me know that you need a stapler. And you're going to line these up before I come around and staple them for you. And you are going to line them up to where all of my tabs on the bottom match what you see here. So you should have synonyms, part to whole, type and degree, tool to worker, and action and item should be last. So it should line up like this so that I can see them all, and I'm going to staple it up in the corner. Okay? So if you remember yesterday, the important thing that we learned about analogies is that they express relationships. So on the outside here is your opportunity to kind of draw some relationships that you would like to explain. And remember, this is an analogy, but in drawing form. So for me, I'm going to draw mine, such as sun is to day as moon is to night. So that shows my relationship here, that the sun is out in the day and the moon is out in the night. And so I'm going to go ahead and with some colors, you want to go ahead and color what that represents to you. Okay, so I might have a little sun here on this one side underneath sun, and then on the moon, I'm going to draw a moon. And then for night, I might draw a bunch of stars to represent the nighttime. And then during the daytime, maybe I want to draw something that represents the day. To me would just be a picture with some people in it. And don't worry, you just need to be able to explain your analogy. So I have it, and this is my fun analogy I'm going to have on the outside of mine. And yours can change based on what you want to do. So now let's start by taking notes. Okay, you are going to find the first one is on synonyms and antonyms. So oftentimes in analogies, we have relationships, both synonym and antonyms. Synonym is same, antonym is opposite. So very important to know, when I'm finished, when I'm working on my synonyms analogies, these are all analogies where the words represent and mean the same thing. Antonyms are opposite. So if I look on my first side, it says small is to little, as skinny is to, and you'll go ahead and fill these in. Okay, you're going to see a picture come up on your screen here now, and it's going to show you what you should fill in for each of these note pages. Okay, so just remember synonyms is same and antonyms is the opposite. So now go ahead and pause your video and fill in the notes that you see on your screen. You're going to do that same process for each one of these. You'll see throughout the way. This one is on characteristics and part to whole. Please copy the notes you see on your screen. The same for type and degree, tool, worker, to product and worker, action, object, item, purpose. So these are our different categories of analogies. So as you go through, please pause the video as you see the notes that represent them on your page. I want to encourage you to take your time and do a thoughtful job ensuring that you have accurate information for your flip book, because this is what you're going to use when you practice analogies. When you're done with your flip book, you'll raise your hand and you'll show me that you're done with it, and I will come around and bring you a practice page to see how well you can use your notes in identifying correct analogies.